Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mammal and Psychic Medium. Welcome for my water signs, my Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Welcome. We are going to do your 2026 psychic prediction. I am going to break this down into two readings. I will timestamp them both. A love reading and then a money and career reading. Okay, so I do have some charms, I have some initials, lots of cards. But most important, let's see what Spirit wants you to know heading into 2026. Welcome to all of my water signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what our guides have for us. Let me timestamp this now, and we will get started. Okay, so welcome to your love reading. Okay, so let's see what we have for love for my water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Spirit, please share with me what's coming towards us in love, what's next in love, heading into 2026. What is it that you want us to know? What is it that you need us to hear at this time? I am listening for you now. I have telepathic, a close soul connection are harmoniously synchronized, creating moments of telepathy. So do I have a connection coming into me that is a soul contract that I swear I know what you're thinking and feeling. I knew you were going to call and you call. You feel like you see them in your dreams. Okay, so some of you have a soul contract and you will definitely pick up on that intuitive vibe that you share. I have 1111. How gorgeous. Keep 1111. We always see that number, maybe in particular this number. It is a sign. 1111 is an important number for twin flames. It symbolizes the harmony and balance of soul counterparts. So you could start seeing 1111 to confirm a connection or to right before this connection comes in. And you're just seeing it like every day, twice a day, you pick it up. So sometimes it's just kind of crazy that you don't look at the clock any other time. And then when you look, it's like, whoa, there it is. It jumps out at you. And I have a soul. Your soul is preparing to reconnect, trust in the process. So I have a feeling you are either confirming your soul contract or inviting in a soul contract from a past life into this new year is how it just came into me. So we've got something, I'm going to say pretty substantial, with that soul contract that they're saying like no other. Okay, a love like no other. That's nice. I'll take that. Spirit, please share with me. I have a 7 of Wands. I have an Emperor. I have a Judgment. And I have the Star. Yeah, dreams do come true. I didn't give up on myself. This is a feeling of I just never gave up on myself. I know that I'm worthy. I know that I have a lot to offer. I'm not giving up on myself. So I also feel like this person is pretty persistent. They're saying that this person doesn't give up on you. So even if you take it slow or you're hesitant for some reason, I feel like they see something in you that they just keep going. They don't drop the ball. They just say, you know what? I'm going to prove to you that I'm not like everybody else. This person's pretty strong. I'm going to say that you're going to see in them that they have, I'm going to say, higher quality value than maybe anybody you've ever dated before. They're saying it's not necessarily based on looks. Okay. It doesn't mean you're not going to be attracted to this person. I'm assuming you will be, otherwise you won't date them. But that's not what you see in them. You see higher level values. You see they're very good at their job. They are good with money, maybe. Maybe they're really good to their parents. Maybe they have an amazing relationship with kids. They're grown kids, if they're a little bit older, something like that. They have high values, they're saying. It could be connected to the type of work that they do, that only people who have high values would do that kind of work. Somebody who's like a counselor or human resources or somebody who's like having to take care of others and you know, somebody who works for even government jobs, you know, that are they're hard jobs and they work with the public, and you've got to, you know, treat people good and treat people right. And I don't know. I just feel like this person has really, really high standards and high values. So something is going on with that. And then, of course, you dreamt it. Dreams do come true. And this is a feeling of, it's better than what I had hoped for. And I always like to think that that is true, that the person who comes into your life is, you couldn't have imagined the quality that they have. And you thought it would be a great person, but you actually are enjoying this person more than you knew. I have a Page of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. I have a Wheel of Fortune. Look for that it looks like a cardinal. I have a Nine of Pentacles. I feel secure with this person. I feel we both probably have a good head on our shoulders, is how I feel. We probably both have stable jobs. We're both doing okay. I feel a sense of emotional security, financial security with this person if they were to be my partner. So I do feel like they're sharing with me that Page of Pentacles is good news, and I'm asking them how is that connected, because it feels like an offer of some kind. It feels like, hey, I want to take you somewhere. I want to, you know, do you want to go to the movies? You want to go out for a drink? I have tickets to something. So it felt more like an offer coming into me. Bottom of the deck, I have a Hanged Man and I have an Ace of Cups. I feel like this person has been waiting for someone that they are going to love. And they're going to be the first to say, I'm not going to waste my time with somebody unless I'm in love with them. I'm not going to waste my time with somebody unless I think it's the real thing. So they think that you're the real thing. Otherwise, they wouldn't be hanging in there and pursuing you and being persistent. So they see something in you that is worth the wait, or that they are willing to put the time and effort into. So that feels really, really nice. Let's see what else they want us to know. Spirit, tell me about this divine connection. What is it that you need me to know? It's a journey. You travel or discover a new side, a path to explore. They're saying taking a trip, physically taking a trip. I mean, it can be a metaphor for we're starting this journey together, but they're saying we're taking a trip. Now, it could be a cruise, something like that because of the boat, but maybe we are actually planning a vacation. I've never been there before, or we're traveling to see a family. That's how it feels. It feels like our first trip is, I'm bringing you home to see my family. My family lives far away. I live close by, but my family is far away, and I am bringing you home. Little bit of home for the holidays for some of you. So some of you may be traveling with this person, meeting maybe a family for the first time. Some kind of confirmation. They're saying that when I meet the family, I feel like I'm in. I feel like they wouldn't be introducing me to family if they weren't serious. So that felt good. I have a reflection. You mirror both the good and the bad in each other. Could be a twin. I'm starting to feel that we're a lot alike, that this person brings out the best in you and also brings out the worst in you. This person challenges you. This person pushes you. This person allows you to be yourself. So there's a sense of, I can say and do what I need to say and do and not be judged by it, or don't worry that this person's just going to pack up and leave because I said one thing, you know. So there's a sense of, I guess that's emotional security, isn't it? I have a Life Force. You are expressing your creativity and sexuality. So there's that snake, a little bit of Adam and Eve energy, more so than anything. Maybe this person is allowing you to be free, in a sense that Nothing is holding you back physically. You feel you can be very intimate and uninhibited with this person. They're saying trying new things. I don't know what's new to try, but maybe you're doing something with this person that you've never done before. That's cute. But you feel comfortable, you feel safe, you feel secure. This is the lover that you've never had. So, is this your best lover? Probably. Nice. I have comfort. Take refuge in your love and enjoy what you have. I like this feeling of the rosebuds are in different stages. There's a rosebud, then there's one that's just kind of opening halfway, and then there's one that's in full bloom. So it's going through the stages of growth. And somebody had said to me a while ago, and I was like, and it was an epiphany in my head, that a flower only grows at the pace that the flower is meant to grow at. You can't make a flower grow any faster. And I was like, it was an epiphany. I'm like, right, you can't. Oh my God. So yeah, this feeling of it starts out as a rosebud, and then it starts to open, and then it opens more until it's in full bloom. So we're going to go through all the stages of falling in love, is how that came into me. So it's not going to be kind of this wild, crazy energy in the beginning. I'm not feeling that. I'm going to say it goes even at a slow pace in the beginning, and this person's trying to convince you that it's a good thing, and this is going to work, and I want to be with you, and they have a lot to offer, and they just don't give up on it. I feel maybe you're not quite ready for the relationship, or maybe you thought that you were going to see fireworks when you met your person. This is the slow burn love. This is the person who you fall in love with over a period of time, that you start to realize that there's a lot more going on here than I initially saw in this person. But it took me a little while to either appreciate that or to really fall in love with them. Okay, so that's okay. I don't know what's better, falling in love, like love at first sight, or falling in love with somebody, over a period of time. So let's get some initials. First initials, last initials. Maybe we'll spell a person's name, something like that. So let's get these dice, and let me organize these a little. I have a K, H, T, Q, N, S. I have an M. I have an E, U, B, J, E, R, and a Q. Okay, so some of you, those definitely could be bingo. I got my initials. And others of you, don't worry about it. If you didn't match, it could be somebody coming in the future, right? It could be, they're just clues. Let's see what else they want to share with you about this connection. Slow burn love, Spirit. Tell me about this slow burn love. Let me grab this deck. What is going on with this slow burn love? I have Temperance. I have an 8 of Cups. I have an Empress. And I have the World. It felt to me that you've put a lot of energy into putting your past behind you. And you have found your peace. You have found your peace of mind. You're quiet. You have found maybe how you like to live your life. Everything's working. Things are stable. Like, you're not necessarily unhappy. Would it be nice to have somebody in your life? Absolutely. But not if they take away your peace of mind. And that Empress is saying, I love myself more than I love what potential is out there. So unless you blow me away, I'm going to continue to love myself. And then that World is telling me that, hey, but you don't get to decide who you fall in love with or when. If Spirit is ready to open a new door, start a new chapter, put you on a different path, then Spirit will. So it's a little bit of, they're saying they're not going to take away what you have earned. Okay. So don't worry about that. If you have worked really hard at your peace of mind, you're going to protect that. You're not going to allow somebody to come in and create all this chaos in your life or drama in your life when you don't need it. Okay. You're going to add to your life a 10 of Pentacles. You're going to add. I have a 3 of Pentacles. I have a Knight of Pentacles. There's my slow moving energy. It is slow moving. And here's my star again. So it's going to be better than what you wish for, but you are adding. You're in a good place already. Excuse me. You're in a good place already. So inviting somebody into your life is going to improve your life, improve your lifestyle. You're not lonely. You've got a new best friend. You've got somebody to hold. You've got somebody to talk to. So, and somebody to share with. That 3 of Pentacles is kind of sharing the workload, so to speak, you know, like getting through life with somebody. What's on the bottom of my deck? I have a High Priestess. I know myself better than than you think I do. So that feels like you've worked really hard on getting to know yourself. And so you know yourself and you know what it is that's going to make you happy. But more importantly, you definitely know what it is that you do not want to invite into your life that will make you unhappy. So I think that's the thing to notice. You know, for me, it was always a sense of feeling somebody's energy. If I met somebody and they had this like nervous energy coming off of them, and I was like all of a sudden nervous, I'm like, I can't live like this. I'll be nervous all the time. So I'm very empathic, as of many of you are. So pick up on their energy. And if you are in a good place and you start to feel like this person's got like, you know, a lot of resentment, or this person has a lot of baggage or a lot of anger in them, you know, you're going to feel it. So if you feel those feelings, do you want that in your life or don't you? You know, so that's where you're smarter than you think you are, Spirit's saying. They're saying, don't be afraid of this, love. Don't be afraid. This one's going to work. I have relaxed, find joy in the simple pleasures of just being together. So I want somebody I'm going to be comfortable with. That could be really important to you, that I can, maybe I'm at a stage in my life where I don't want to run around. I want to travel. I want to go out to dinner. I want to hang around the house, you know, whatever it is. I don't have a lot of pressure on me right now. I have a heartbreak. Heartbreak is part of the human experience and it will pass. I'm going to say we both have had heartbreaks. I don't think we're entering into this as kids. I feel like we both have had significant relationships already. And I feel like, but this is the one. This is the one that I've been waiting for. This is the better one, so to speak. Maybe that heartbreak was so that you could meet this person. I have settling. I'm going to avoid settling because I have worked too hard at loving myself with that Empress energy. And I have a wedding. Taking your relationship to the next level, one step at a time. So is Spirit somehow telling us that, you know, entering into 2026, is this the person we'll end up with? They're saying a lifetime together. Okay. So whether it's a marriage, a partnership, now we found each other, we'll never let each other go, then that's what they're looking to do. And they're saying sparks. Okay, there are sparks flying. So it's not like you're not attracted to this person. You are attracted to this person. But it could be that the more you get to know them, the sparks get bigger. You know, all of a sudden you realize that they really have a nice smile, or they really have beautiful eyes, or I really like their sense of humor, you know. So maybe the sparks start to grow as you get to know them on a deeper level, something like that. So Yeah, they grow on me energy. I'm going to say it that way. You know, I'm not in love with this person like on the first date. I think they're nice. I think they're good. I think there's hope here. But I wouldn't tell my friends that I think I just met the right one. This person I feel like is going to have to, I think, work a little bit harder to win you over, because you want to make sure that it's right this time, they're saying. Let's get some charms. So I have this beautiful bowl of charms today, and let's see if they'll give me some additional clues. Let's see where my little scoop wants to go. They're saying over here. Okay. So let's do that. Let's see what's jumping out at me. Okay, the first thing I have is a cake. Celebration around somebody's birthday cake. Could be the first time I meet somebody important. Like we got invited to my sister's house because it's my nephew's birthday party. Okay, so it could be the first time that we kind of cross over into, we're now officially a couple because we're being introduced to people. But this feels like it's an important meeting I mean, it's an occasion, but I feel like it also is to also meet somebody. Okay, so I feel like that's important. Somebody's birthday party. I have beautiful lips. I have big pink lips. So I love your lips. I'm going to say it that way. I have a comb. I'm going to put all these kind of beauty things together for a minute. I think that I have, is this a mirror? Yeah, I have a mirror. Okay, so I have a comb, lips. So I'm going to go with almost a girly girl energy. You know, somebody who, like myself, I like makeup, I like lipstick, I like to play with makeup, so somebody who enjoys those things just for themselves. It's for no other reason. It's just something that they like to do. So somebody who possibly gets dolled up all the time. I have a Leo energy. I have a Taurus today. I have an Aquarius. And I have a Libra. Okay. I have a purse, and that came into me, this bag came into me as I can support myself. And it feels like a fashionable purse. It feels like I can afford to buy my own bag. Okay, so maybe I like to buy designer bags. Maybe I have a collection of designer bags. That's my thing. If I'm going to treat myself, I'm getting a new bag. Maybe I buy myself one at each birthday or something like that. But it was more of a feeling of I can support myself. I don't need you to buy me things. So that felt good. I have the letter B. I have a little birdie. It feels like it feels like a message more than anything, that like a little tweet that came in that said, hey, what are you doing? Almost like a little late night message. Your phone beeps and it's kind of like, hey, what are you doing? So this person could be a little bit of a night owl, and they reach out late at night and they send you little text messages. Are you up? No, it's 2:00 in the morning. You just woke me up, but I'm not going to tell you I'm up because you're going to start talking to me and I got to go to work in the morning. So I have a lollipop. I think you're sweet. Okay, I'll take that. I have a wave your magic wand. This looks like a magic wand to me. So it feels like magic, a little bit of jumping through hoops there also. I have grapes. I'm going to use the word fruition. I'm going to say that there's a lot going on, that The grapes, they're saying the grapes are vibrant. I see things differently. Sometimes when you start to fall in love, everything seems heightened. Everything, the grass is greener, the sky is bluer. You hear birds when you didn't hear the birds before. So it could be just a little bit of that. You're noticing that, wow, these grapes are really great. They're juicy and they're yummy and they're sweet. And it's like before you didn't give it any thought, it was a grape. So I don't know. Everything seems heightened as feeling. So you may start to get some of that feeling. I have a wreath. It feels like a Christmas wreath. Christmas wreath on my door. Red decorations, they're saying. So maybe I lean in the direction of I have more red Christmas colors. If I were to decorate my house, I have a lot of red ornaments or red bows or something like that. I have a cat, somebody who has a cat. And the eyes are really big on that cat. So it's something like, look at their eyes. So you could have a cat that has like really amazing eyes, that they have like bright green eyes, or you're like, oh my God, look at that cat's eyes. Like they're just gorgeous. They're stunning. So there could be something about the cat that everybody notices. I have the letter C. I have a crown. That came into me as I'm going to treat you right. So that felt nice. I'll treat you right. And then I have a headset. I mean, of course, it could be listening to music, but it also feels like it's part of my work. You know, sometimes people have to wear like a headset at work and they have something like in front of them so they can talk on the phone more. So it could be connected to that. Maybe I have to wear something on my head when I'm working. So it felt like, or I do wear something on my head when I'm working. You know, I'm on Zoom and I have a headset on, or I have ear pods and I'm working at my desk, something like that. All right, so those are my clues. I will treat you right as that crown. So that felt nice, didn't it? Let's get some final messages. Let's see what the feelings are going to be in this connection. I think you've got somebody who you're going to fall in love with over time. Okay, it's going to grow. This love will grow. Okay, we're going to date, we're going to talk, we're going to build respect, we're going to be intimate. You know, it's going to take some time, but then all of a sudden we're going to wake up one day and we're going to say, the grass is greener, the sky is bluer. When did I fall in love? Somewhere in between, I've fallen in love with this person. So that's okay. It feels like it's meant to be. Spirit, please share with me loving messages. The first moment I saw you, I knew. I feel like your person isn't going to give up on you. I think that they are going to pursue you, chase you. They're a chaser. There's no one else. I only want you. I've never felt this way before. Maybe they feel it right from the beginning. And you're independent and you're secure. And unless it's the right one, you're not going to waste your time. I'm totally into you. So this person's not going to drop the ball. I feel, you know, look for things like consistency, and they want to spend time with you. They go out of their way to spend time with you, you know, things like that. And that's how you're going to know. Okay, so let's put this out into the universe. I think it's beautiful. If it hasn't arrived yet, then we'll use this to manifest that this arrives, heading into, oh, they're saying time cards. Okay, all right, hold on. I'm ready to say goodbye, and Spirit's saying no, I want to give them time cards. Okay, I got put in my place. All right, let's see. Time cards. Allow things to come to you. Maybe we've been worrying too much about the timing. It comes rushing in. Okay, maybe when you least expect it, you stop looking. You know, sometimes you hear that. I gave up, I stopped looking, and then that's when I met my person. Divine timing is at play. They always want to remind me of that. And at a special date. And that kind of goes with the cake that I felt earlier, that was like the crossing over point. I'm invited to some kind of family event, and it's kind of like, without words being said, like we're an item now, because I'm being introduced as, you know, this is my person. So that feels good. And when you least expect it, I'm going to go with that. So let's put this out into the universe. Let's thank Spirit together. And in a moment, we're going to go into your money reading, and the timestamp is below, so you can grab that. I want to thank Spirit for these messages. Hi, water signs. Welcome to your money and career prediction for 2026. So we're going to call in our spirit guides now, and we're going to see what they have for you for guidance around this area of your life. What is it that they want you to know? What's coming towards you? Things to think about, things to work on around this area. So these are, I wanted to do them separate so that we could just kind of focus on each area of your life. And I'm looking forward to doing this career. I really do like the career and the finance readings, and I should do more of them. If you like this, let me know in the comments. Let me know. Yeah, I definitely like these readings. So that would help me. But let's call in our guides and see for our Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. What do we have for finances, career, money issues, our well-being around this area of our life? What is it that you want us to know at this time? I am listening for you now. I have patience. Slow down. Change your attitude. Clear your mind. Boy, that's the truth. Everything takes time. And we live in a society where we want it right away. We want this immediate return. If we get something in our mind, it's like, I want it now. So something may be, you may be struggling with. I'm not getting there as fast, or I'm not where I want to be at this age. Or at this age, I thought that I would be in a better place. I thought that I'd have more money in the bank. I thought that I'd own a house. I thought I'd have this. Yeah, everything takes time, Spirit is saying. I have a cracker. Positive energy surrounds you. Love, joy, and good fortune. That's a little bit of a New Year's, celebration energy with that cracker. And it's a sense of maybe a New Year's resolution is due. Okay, maybe you're going to have a big change, but it's because you're making the change, or that you have decided to try something new in the new year, turning over. And I have a fire. Let go of the emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. That came into me. Is there anything holding you back? Sometimes we want to move forward with something, and we have someone in our life who says, oh, I wouldn't do that if I was you, or I think you'd be wasting your time, or you can't afford to do that, and they discourage you from doing something that you want to do. So don't allow anybody to make choices for you. You're a big boy or girl. You can make decisions for yourself. And if you want to do something and make some changes, you can do it. So it feels like I'm not going to let anybody's other people's emotions or influence guide me. Maybe I'm going to stand up for myself and do what I want to do. So maybe that's part of the change. I have a 9 of Cups. I have a 7 of Wands. I have a 2 of Cups. And I have a Sun. Now, the Sun in the 2 of Cups is coming into me as a partnership, but not a romantic partnership. It could be working with somebody new on a business level. It could be starting a business with a partner. It could be I have a new boss, a new manager, somebody that I'm connecting to, somebody that we have a lot in common with. And it is a new beginning of some kind. So the not giving in or the not giving up with the Seven of Wands, I feel like I had to put in a lot of extra effort to get here to this new beginning. So it would be somebody who maybe you've been doing a job search for a while, or you've been retraining or going back to school, and it wasn't easy. Okay. It's also a starting over point. It could be somebody that's in transition, that I had to go through a divorce, and I'm still trying to pull myself out of it. I'm trying to put myself in a place where I'm in a better place, because it was such a big hit, you know, to be out on my own after so many years with somebody, something like that. But I do feel like even through all of this, I feel like I'm happy. I'm going to say I'm relatively happy with, and I'm pretty content. But I want it to be better. You know, it doesn't mean that I'm miserable and frustrated. It feels like I'm always pushing myself is how I feel. And maybe there's somebody out there that helps push you. Okay. Maybe it could be a mentor even. Okay. It could be somebody that is guiding you, that I look up to this person, or with this person's help, I can get to the next level of what I'm trying to achieve. So a coach, mentor, that would help you. I have an Empress. That can be the birth of something. So we could be definitely starting something new. I have a Tower. I have a Ten of Wands. And I have a Two of Pentacles. Some of you are going to make a choice. Some of you are going to choose to start going down a different path. Now, whether it's taken away from you, okay, because Spirit wants to pick you up and put you on a new path, your job, in the department that you're in, they say this position's being shifted to over here now, okay? So it's a feeling of, this has been too hard. There's something that's been too hard, and maybe I'm just tired. Maybe I'm exhausted, and something has to give. So this feels like something has to give. So it's more of a, either you decide to make the change because you're tired and you can't do it anymore, or Spirit takes something away from you so that something better can come along. The same as in a relationship. Sometimes Spirit removes people in our lives because they've got something better for you. So there could be something shifting in some of the work that you do, or some of the way that you're spending time. Now, I feel like this is the birth, not a birth of a baby, but the birth of something new with this Empress. You're making a decision to have a birth of something new. Now, some of you could be, I want to start a business. I want to write a book. I'm going to go out on my own. I'm going to find a new job. It's time for me to move on. It's time for me to change my career. It's time for me to look into new careers. But it's the birth of something new, because they're saying I can be better. I can do better. So something is trying to push you to shifting your energy. Again, it's not that you're not happy. I mean, maybe it's you're tired. You know, it's that it's more of a burnt out feeling. I'm burnt out. I've been doing the same thing for a long time, and I'd like to try something new. Okay. Sometimes just shifting your energy to, I want to try something new. I want to meet new people. I want to have a new environment. I want to have new friends. I want to have less of a commute, whatever it is. But sometimes we're just burnt out, you know, and we shift because we need a fresh start in this area of our life. I have a True Reflection. Go beyond the surface to reveal the authentic core. Look with new sight. I have been giving it a lot of thought, that it's maybe this didn't just happen, that this has been building for a couple of years. This has been building for a while now. And you're struggling with, do I pull the trigger? You know, can I pull the trigger? Well, you'll get the answers. You know, if it's not a good time for you to make a change, then you won't make a change. You're smart. You're not going to jump ship without something else lined up. You're not going to destroy your life, you know, and have no income coming in because you just aren't happy, you know, with somebody you work with. You know, so it's a reflection. Is it a good time for me to make a change? And maybe this year ahead is. Maybe for whatever reason, it's good timing. I have the buck moon in July. So July could be a good month. Maybe that's a month that we make a move of some kind. Steady growth. Stand firm in your faith and be a powerful force, ready to charge ahead. This buck isn't going to hold back. This buck is going to be a leader. So they're also sharing with you that you are a leader, and maybe you're not feeling like a leader where you are now, and maybe there's an opportunity coming for you to lead others, be the boss, be the manager, forward movement, growth, something like that. I have a fiery awakening, the dragon within you. Okay, there you go. Conquer doubt, meet challenges with confidence, and embrace your wholeness. A little bit of a fighting back energy there. Like, I'm not going to have somebody tell me what to do. Especially if you don't respect them for some reason. It's almost like, you know, I'm not going to let somebody talk to me that way. I'm not going to allow somebody to manipulate me or take advantage of me. So it feels like, yeah, there's a fire in you there, even though you're a water sign. There's that fire in your belly that says, don't take advantage of me just because I lean in the direction of being emotional. You know, don't take advantage of the best part of me. So, and connecting to other spirits saying. So there's a little bit of defensiveness there, standing up for yourself. I have a sugar moon in March, sweet beginning. Nourish your soul with positive thoughts and actions and appreciate simple joys. I love that. I like this kind of, maybe it brings you more joy. You know, I just want to be happy with what I'm doing. And they're saying you are very grateful. You know, it has nothing to do with your gratitude. I'm going to go with you're just trying to push yourself more, that you don't feel like you're at your peak. You feel like maybe you're here, but you want to be here. And it's like, how do I get here? Okay. Whether it's, a lot of people equate how much they earn to their self-worth. And I don't necessarily think that's a good thing, but a lot of people do that. Like, I want to earn more because then I feel that I'm making what I feel like I'm worth. Okay. So if you're not making what you think you're worth, there's always that kind of, I deserve more energy. So that could be something that you're struggling with right now, that I really feel, and I'm hoping that I can get to a place where I'm making and earning what I'm worth. Okay. So that could be something that you are trying to achieve. All right, let me just go into another deck of cards for a second. Spirit, tell me what it is that you want for us, this sweet beginning that you have for us. I have a Hermit. I have a Page of Swords. I have a Moon. And I have a Seven of Cups. It came into me as stepping out of your comfort zone. It was you, in order for you to get to that next level, you are going to have to push yourself. Spirit's going to put some choices in front of you. The Page and the Hermit was a feeling of, maybe that's why they're bringing a mentor to you, or a coach, or somebody that has same goals in common. It could be just a friend that you talk to. But this was a feeling of, I've got to come up with some ideas and thoughts and actions to step out of my comfort zone. If I've been doing the same thing over and over again and it's not bringing me what I want, What can I do to change it? Okay, you're in the same job, you're getting the same results year after year, but you have the potential to do better. You have a dangling carrot. You can, do as well as you want. But what do I do? I feel stuck. I feel drained. I don't have the motivation. So I'm hermiting. I'm just getting through my day. I'm isolating from others. I don't have the motivation that I used to have, and I'm struggling with that. So you've got to find the thing that makes you tick, right? I call it like being in your element. Okay. When you're in your element, you succeed. You do. So what makes you happy? When are you in your element? When are you at your best? When are you the most you? Okay. So I'm in my element right now. Okay. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to spirit. I'm playing with my cards. I'm delivering the messages. I am absolutely in my element. I don't want to be doing anything else right now at this moment in time. So what is it that you love to do? And stepping out of that comfort zone of, I feel like I'm in this kind of hamster wheel of going and going and going and not getting any different results. So they're saying, we're going to keep putting some things in front of you and some ideas in front of you until maybe something connects to you and you say, yeah, okay, I like that. I'm learning from that. That pushes me. That motivates me. That excites me. So I get it. It's hard to, and they're saying it's hard to be self-motivated. Okay. So for those of you that are struggling with, I can't do it. I don't know how to do it myself. I don't even know where to start. Okay. They're saying to get back on track. It's not that you can't do it. It's that you somehow have meandered off this focus of yours, this dream, the path, the passion, the desire, the drive. And you have meandered off that path. And now you're kind of like, I don't know how to get that back. Maybe you partner with somebody. Maybe you get coached by somebody. Maybe you have a friend who's doing the same thing you are, and you guys push each other and you talk about things and you strategize and you bounce ideas off of each other. Because it's hard. It's hard to keep going. And they're saying, especially when you have to be self-motivated. So if you work for yourself, that's even harder. I have a 9 of Pentacles. I have an Ace of Wands. I have Strength. And I have a 2 of Pentacles. So they are definitely giving you the strength to step out of your comfort zone, push yourself, make some different choices. Okay. Make some choices that are going to work better for you this year around money. Okay. Whether it doesn't mean that I have to work harder. I'm not feeling that. I feel like I have to work smarter. I feel like I have to manage my time better, or I have to pick up some new, learn some new lessons, become smarter at my job, get better training, something like that. But I feel like I am going to be given the strength to have the willingness to put in that effort. Some of you are going to find your passion. Okay. Some of you are going to step out of your comfort zone. You are going to tap into something that you're very passionate about. And maybe it comes across as an aha moment. It comes across as, this is what I want to be doing. This is what I'm meant to be doing. This is my calling, my purpose. And with that comes the abundance. So it's the old saying of, if you love what you do, right, the money will follow. So believe it. Believe it. It's the person who is really good at what they do, and they do it over and over again until they're excellent at what they do. And they are known for what they do, or that they become one of the best at what they do. But it's the money will follow. This is also a sense of security coming into me, that you'll feel more secure for some reason. It could be that there could be some increase, Spirit just said. So increase in revenue, maybe a new stream of income, maybe a new opportunity. So there's increase is the word they gave me. I have a King of Swords. So I feel like this is a crossing over point, almost a adult decision, so to speak. Like this is a time, yeah, and a World card. This is a time for me to be all in, okay? Not that you haven't been all in, but maybe some of you have been going for a ride. You know, you're just kind of putting in that 60% effort, 70% effort instead of 110. So it's like, how do I be all in? You know, how do I push myself when I'm tired? You get up and you push through. You get up and you do it again, okay? Until it becomes a habit, until it becomes, I look forward to it, until you get to a place in your mind where you love what you do. You know, a lot of it has to do with loving what you do. And if you don't, and you're struggling with that, then that's when you start to think, I need to make a change. But they did say an increase, an increase in abundance. So I'll take an increase in abundance, however I can get it. I have a spiral, something out of control, right? Feeling like nothing I do is good enough, or I never have enough, they're saying. So you could be struggling with, no matter how hard I try, I just can't get my arms around what it is that I need. Spirit always gives us everything that we need, not necessarily everything that we want. So that's when you have to break it down. Am I upset that I don't have something I want and I feel like I deserve it? Or am I upset that I don't have all my needs met? So that's a bigger question, but only you can answer that. But you want to make sure you're not spiraling out of control. You should be able to wake up in the morning and know that you're safe and secure and you're going to be okay today. You know, like that's how you should be able to, you know, think of things. Otherwise, you're going to change something, or something will change. This, like the Death card. So they're saying I'm going through a rough patch. I'm borrowing money. Maybe I'm living on very low cash flow. Maybe I'm living paycheck to paycheck and I'm sick of it. So then you make a change. How do I change that? You know, can I change jobs? Can I get retrained? Can I try something different? Can I add a second job, part-time job? Can I work out of the house? You start listening for those answers. You start asking those questions. You start stepping out of your comfort zone so that maybe something new is put in front of you, so that you don't have to live the way that you're living and you can make a change. So there's always an opportunity. There's always a way to do it. It just, they said patience in the beginning. It's not going to be easy, and it's not just handed to you, unfortunately. I wish it was. I have a sword, money conflicts, cutting corners, and a breakthrough. I'm going to say more of a defend yourself, in a sense that, you know, prepare. Okay. Like this would be more of a, I'm guarding myself, but how I'm doing that is I have more money in savings than I normally do. That makes me feel safe. That makes me feel secure. So instead of worrying and fearing, I'm kind of squirreling away whatever I can so that I don't feel like somebody can come and take everything away from me. So maybe that's something you're going to work on this year. Maybe your savings will increase, your debt will go down, something like that. I have a crown, overcoming obstacles, wearing an invisible crown. They're saying being your own boss. Now, that's a big one. Some of you really dream of, or you have ambitions, or you're a born entrepreneur, and you definitely want to be your own boss. Like that is your goal. Then do it. Nothing's holding you back. Figure out a way. Okay. If you need that coach or mentor or somebody to do it with, you know, I'm not saying give up everything that you have right now to start a business, because businesses are hard, but when there's a will, there's a way, Spirit's saying. And if you have the motivation and you have the ambition, they're saying gold, solid finances. Okay. Yeah, just this feeling of I want more security, right? I want more security. And maybe you think if I worked for myself or I had my own business, maybe you work for somebody else and you think that I could do what they're doing, and it might just take me a little while to get there. Okay, some of you, but it's not easy, of course, to start from scratch, and you have to have a plan to do that. Spirit, please share with me. But yeah, be your own boss. Maybe some of you are going to take the leap of faith and be your own boss this year. That would be really exciting. I have a 5 of Cups. I have a World. I have an Ace of Swords. And I have a Page of Swords. I don't want you to be disappointed that it was almost like I keep running into a dead end. Every time I think about a door opening, an opportunity, it just doesn't work out. It's the same in a love relationship. Spirit could be saving you from something that would be even worse than what you have today. Okay. So don't be disappointed that something doesn't work out. I didn't get that job, that interview fell through, something like that. Be more open to this idea coming into you. This feels like an offer. This feels like, for some of you, a job offer, the next phase. It could be a promotion. It could be the next level. You give a lot of thought to it. You're kind of asking a lot of questions. You're curious. You're excited about it. So I would say that if something fell through, it just didn't work out. I was going to buy a house and we didn't win the bid. It's because they've got a better house for you. That's what's going to happen. So don't be disappointed when something doesn't work out in this kind of realm of around money, because it's probably for the best. And that's how I want you to think of it. It means that something's going to be better. I have a Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's another opportunity. That feels like just another opportunity. To move you ahead. This is nice. So it's because they're thinking not short term. They're thinking what's best for you long term. So this is something that you could do for a longer period of time. And that 8 of Pentacles is the workhorse in the deck. It is the person who is really, really good at what they do. They maybe have been doing the same thing over and over again for a long time. Therefore, here comes the burnout. Here comes I'm exhausted. But as they've worked, they get smarter. They get more efficient. They do it better than anybody else. And that's what people take notice of, they're saying. So what you are doing has tremendous value, and people are noticing it. And you are becoming more and more secure in time, is how it just came in. But I want you to kind of look back at how far you've come, because maybe you haven't done that for a while, and you haven't looked at the journey in this area of your life. Maybe you were, 5 years ago at this time, you didn't have anything. And you've completely rebuilt your life. You have a home today, a car, a job, a bank account, money in the bank, clothes, food in your refrigerator, So some of you have to look back to see how far you've come, right? This is a reading about pushing you out of that comfort zone, or pushing you out of that burnout zone, to take it to the next level if you have the opportunity to. Okay. And you're still working, and you're still have energy to do that, and you still are ambitious, and you still have that drive. So that's what they're trying to do. So Spirit, please share with me. What is it that you have? I have in the flow. The universe is sending you help. Yeah. I feel like they're going to put somebody in front of you that is, I call them stepping stones. They're people that when you have a problem to solve, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know what I'm supposed to do next. I can't motivate myself. And Spirit all of a sudden puts somebody in front of you that sparks those questions, that answers those questions, that you're like, oh my God, that's so bizarre. I was just thinking of that. I was just wondering about that. And it could be a complete stranger, it could be somebody you know, it could be a friend. But I call them stepping stones because it helps you to get to where you want to be. All right. You needed that information. You needed to hear that pep talk. You needed to have somebody tell you they're going through the same thing right now. So, yeah, the universe, is always listening, and the universe is sending you help. I love this. They're sending you help. I could be your help today. As simple as that. Guidance. Divine forces are showing you the way to go. You're being divinely guided in this area of your life. That, what you wish for, what you hope for, they are trying to deliver. Okay. I need a new home. I need a roof over my head. I can't get laid off right now. Divine forces are at work, knowing what you need. So we know that. The same as in love. Okay? It's just energy. It's like love energy versus, money energy. I have manifesting. You have the power to manifest what it is that you want. You have the power to ask for what it is that you want. They're saying build high, that pyramid. Okay. Build high, build strong. That pyramid isn't going anywhere. That pyramid is standing the test of time. Okay. And it's also fascinating from an architectural history point of view, is those pyramids are geometrical perfect. And you wonder, like, how on God's earth did the Egyptians know how to measure to the nth degree that it is 100% a perfect pyramid, and it's just like amazing, the knowledge and the history. But that pyramid isn't going anywhere. So maybe it's Spirit, like you're standing the test of time. Also, that you've got a long ways to go. You're not anywhere near retirement, or you want your career to be successful. You want your work to be worthy. You want to increase. You want that increase that they just shared with us a moment ago. I have fast changes. Some of you may decide that quick as a bunny, I'm going to make a change. I'm going to hop over there and work for that person and try something new, and that's okay too if it's the right move. I have the golden eggs. It's a good time to start a new job or a whole new career. Some of you maybe have been on the fence for a while. Should I make a change? Change is scary. Change is hard. But it also opens up new doors and possibilities to new friendships and learning new things and growing ourselves and financial growth. So maybe Spirit's saying, hey, it's time for you to make a change. I'm going to go with one more of these because they're so pretty. Something hidden is coming to light. Something that you don't know is going to be presented to you. This feels like a little bit of an aha moment also, like a light bulb going off. So it's more of I always thought that I should be doing that, or I was always kind of wondering if that's a better avenue for me. Some kind of opportunity presents itself that you weren't expecting. So I love it. I mean, I always love to see people grow. I certainly love to watch people, go out on their own and start to grow, if that's something that you want to do. But if you're good at your job and you're just trying to get to the next level, sometimes it's just about repetition and doing the right thing. It's staying in your lane. It's being consistent. It's showing up, dress up and show up, fake it till you make it, all of those things as well. Let's end with an angel number today. Let's see what they have for you for an angel number. Let's get this jumper back here. I have the number 30. I am imaginative. You are an original, innovative thinker and an excellent communicator. You have a great talent for using creativity to convey your ideas, and your optimistic attitude has an uplifting effect on others. So you could be a leader, right? You could be, I think, outside of the box. And I'm going to use my imagination and my creativity to create the life and the lifestyle that I want. So some of you have the ability to do something from nothing. Start something from just a thought in your head. Let's get a surrender card. What is it they want you to surrender to for the year ahead? It's always a good one. Surrender to play. Okay, don't be so hard on yourself. Okay, take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. Okay, it's not all work and no play. Some of you work hard so you can play hard. Some of you need to find balance. You work all the time and you're spinning your wheels and you're burnt out. So maybe Spirit's asking you to find more balance in this area of your life between work and play. Let's put this out to the universe. I loved your money and career messages. They were nice and hopefully very helpful to you. I want to thank Spirit for this reading and this whole prediction. I want to thank you for being here. If you stayed for both readings, thank you very much. Please remember to hit that like button, the subscribe button, join me, comment, claim it, own it, it's yours in the comments. If anyone would like to book a private reading, go to my website, kathymamolinspsychicmedium.com. Also, check out my other two channels, my Pick a Card channel, my Twin Flame channel, and in the comments and in the description, they're tagged with the links to get you to those websites very easily. I hope you enjoyed your readings today, and I hope you have a great 2026, of course. And I'm so grateful that you share your time and energy and love here with me each day or whenever you do come across my channel. I'm so grateful. So I will be seeing you soon again and other love messages, but I wanted to do a quick prediction for you guys, and we'll see you soon.